Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of the official Unofficial podcast. It's more of a skeleton crew this time around. Max was here with us earlier, and he said he needed to restart Skype, so I don't know. He might be having computer problems or Skype issues. Because Skype always acts like a fucking bitch at the most inconvenient times. Yep. But anyways, so here, returning with us, is our first in-person guest. Mo is here.
Yeah, I'm back, everyone. Hello.
And Edward is back, of course.
Hi.
So first thing we got to talk about is the new Battlefront 2 trailer. So what did we think about it?
Okay. I'll tell you in that that panel discussion video that you posted,
Yep, from Star Wars Celebration, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was, I don't know, like I was watching that and the MC host of it, he was like, every time he said, hey, you want to see the trailer again? I don't know, and and I'm sure the people there were like really excited and they would want to see the trailer again. I don't know. I'm sure there are people watching this, or you yourself, that saw that Battlefront trailer like more than 5 times, and they showed the trailer like 3 times in that the full length of that video.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? Okay, so you said this was the Star Wars celebration. Is this like an annual thing, or?
Yeah, I think it's it's an annual thing that they do, where it's in a different city each year. It's pretty much Comic-Con for just Star Wars.
Okay.
And yeah, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, George Lucas, Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, Peter Mayhew, they were all there, and of course Daisy Ridley and John Boyega and Ryan Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, like all the Star Wars people that you would expect were all there.
Okay. I thought like Harrison Ford would be like totally over it.
No, he's not.
No.
No, he still cares.
Okay. I thought by now he'd be like Jack Nicholson, and like, I'm not going to that shit.
Nah.
Like, when was it? Yeah, has Jack Nicholson ever gone to a Comic-Con?
I don't
Probably
think he had.
not.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Probably not. But if they had released like Batman '89, like now, okay, of course now. I mean, just if there's a Batman movie, they're gonna have people from Ben Affleck's gonna go to Comic-Con and shit.
Yep,
like
he was there.
Jack Nicholson would go almost obligatory. He would have to go now. But yeah, 30 years ago, Comic-Con they didn't really get that many movie stuff going through there. Although I do know that Star Wars was originally promoted at Comic-Con before anybody knew what the hell it was.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Well, they did talk about the 1989 Batman at Comic-Con. And in the year it came out, yeah. So it was, movies, of course, it's not as huge as it was now, but movies did play a role back then. Anyways, so we got to talk about the trailer. So what did you think about it, now that we have a little bit more details?
That's what you said. That was initially what you asked me, and then I kind of talked about that Star Wars event a bit. What did I think of the trailer? Well, you see the trailer, but then at the event they kind of elaborated. It just seems like they're throwing the kitchen sink into this, and I should have posted this, but I saw this image somebody uploaded to Reddit, and it was like a side-by-side of all the things that Battlefront 1 was missing, and all the things that Battlefront 2 is promising to include, and I think it has to do with like, extra maps for free or something.
Yeah, because
Battlefront.
Battlefront launched with 8 maps, whereas Battlefront 2 is going to be launching with 11 maps.
Yeah.
No. Is there going to be no season pass?
No season pass.
Huh.
But there's still going to be expansions that you have to pay for.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like DLC.
I don't know. From that image, it almost looked like, are they going to release map packs and you don't have to pay for them? Because that would be like alarmingly different.
Well, maybe, I don't know. We don't know yet.
But yeah, I say the kitchen sink, like, at first I thought, like, okay, so they're mostly going to be trying to link, the end of Return of the Jedi with, before The Force Awakens begins,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're seeing that, like, okay, Kylo Ren is supposed to be in this. You're supposed to see immediately what happens after the Return of the Jedi Death Star blows up.
Mm-hmm.
But then
But it's so interesting because we're seeing it from the Empire side.
And at the event, they're making it sound like they're going to include stuff from Attack of the Clones and
For multiplayer, yeah.
yeah, just for multiplayer, I guess. But yeah, like there's going to be like every Star Wars movie is going to be represented in this, and it's
set across all eras.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder, like, after doing stuff like that, are they kind of like, cutting themselves off at the feet or whatever if they were going to make a... I don't know, I remember when they used to release games like every 5 years in a series. And it seems like they're doing them like every year or two with a lot of things, and people just get fatigued.
Because now it's like DICE is switching back and forth every year. Now it seems like between Battlefront and Battlefield.
Yeah,
I'm... Alright, so Mo, what did you think of the Battlefront 2 trailer?
I think, like he said, like it's good. Me personally, though, I think like they're making which don't get me wrong, I think it's good that they're doing that, but I don't know. I think they're making this game a little bit more hype than what it's supposed to be, which I do understand because they have like more stuff into it. But
like an actual fucking story mode that's gonna matter. That's canon.
Yeah, like if they have a story mode, and then like it just all depends. It comes down to it what they put in there, because I mean people are gonna get tired of it if it doesn't have too many map packs. Again, like it all depends too. If it's gonna be free, like how they gonna release DLC? If nobody pays for it, are they just gonna give it to us free? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it will make sense
unless you buy it like with in-game currency, like
which we don't know if it's going to have it. But the first Battlefront did not have microtransactions. So,
but online you could get points to redeem those for like good weapons and stuff.
Motherfucker!
Oh my god!
Yeah. Well, when my home phone rings, there's actually, you could press like an off button on it and it'll just kill the ring. Like whatever button it is to hang up, you can actually press that on the hand device and it'll just kill the ring. Doesn't work? Yeah, it works like that on mine. Speaking of which, that might happen to me too, because I didn't throw my freaking phone out of the door, out of my place right now. So hopefully that won't happen. Maybe it will. But just in case, that's why I like using headsets or microphones with a inline mute switch. It's always useful. All right, we're stand by. I guess someone's leaving a voice message here on an answering machine over there. Oh, boys. Oh, boy. Nothing substantial as far as I'm concerned coming up here, but
if you need TTY services, please call 1-855-368-9643.
This is what I have to deal with.
9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Your health plan is a Medicare Advantage organization.
I wouldn't deal with that. Put that in the kitchen. Bullshit, man. Put that in the kitchen. That's why it's called the kitchen phone.
For real.
Okay. So, I'm excited that I get to play this game because I can, because I don't fuck with multiplayer, but I do fuck with single player stories, and I feel like this is a real advantage for me, of course, because we're seeing a side of the story that we don't know yet, like exactly what happened immediately after Return of the Jedi. We don't know, and this story is going to be canon because you will be playing as a special forces squad within the Empire called the Inferno Squad.
When Titanfall 2 was released, that was around the same time as Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
So are they going to release anything that's going to like screw up? like are they going to release two games around the same time that are
if
like
they're dumb,
contradict
which
each other?
I know they are dumb. Let's just hope that fuck shit doesn't happen, because Titanfall 2 didn't deserve the bullshit that it went through, because EA doesn't understand how to make a proper schedule. But anyways, we gotta move on. And next up, we have to talk about James Gunn is coming back for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm not too surprised, but I kept hearing before that he might not come back, but it's good to know that he is actually coming back. But some people might be concerned, because if you get the same director to do 3 movies in a row, then it might not be as good. But I've got faith here, because but this is the first time that a director is sticking with the same trilogy for the MCU. But James Gunn knows the Guardians more than anyone, really, and he loves these characters so much. So I completely understand him wanting to come back to make the third one. So anything else you have to say about that? Doesn't really feel like too much can be said about it.
Yeah, it's just like a little news.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these topics, they're just little news things. Like,
I think that's how most of it is. Just like in the podcast, you just talk about the news.
Yep. Next up. Next up is we got the first trailer for Cloak and Dagger.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, you have to explain to me what Cloak and Dagger is supposed to be, because you just showed me this. I don't know what the hell it is.
All I know is Cloak has a cloak and he can teleport.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that guy Maximum Carnage?
I've got no idea.
There was some. I think.
Are you talking about the Spider-Man Super Nintendo game made by LJN?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Let's check here.
There was a character who had.
Oh fuck. Huh.
Oh snap.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Oh snap.
Yeah, they are here.
Yeah, he was an assist, and I guess he was part of the cast of heroes that were kind of helping you while you played that game. Cloak. If you used his assist in Maximum Carnage, he would like open up his cloak, and every enemy on the screen would just take massive amounts of damage. Might probably just kill them too, knock them out. I don't think it sounded a lot better than it really was. I think the only assists that really mattered in Maximum Carnage, to be honest, were I think I don't know if it was the Human Torch or it was some other flying fire character. But that, and then there was like another one that like shot like a sonic sound gun or something, and I don't know, Carnage was weak to it. And I think that really mattered the most in that game.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger were in Maximum Carnage, and yeah, Cloak can teleport and he can send like bad guys to a different portal.
Oh wait a minute! Not just Cloak, it's Dagger. That chick in the white suit. That's Dagger.
Yeah, yep. That's.
They were in Maximum Carnage.
Yep, and now those two are getting their own show. Okay. On Freeform, previously known as ABC Family. Because nothing says family like two lonely teenagers depressed with their life. They get powers, and they're like, fuck all the drug dealers, we're gonna kick all their fucking asses. Family.
I'm trying to remember what the hell Daggers...
Dagger can turn light into daggers.
Oh, okay, dude. I'm trying to remember her assist to Maximum Carnage. I think she would it looked like she was shooting lightning, like little lightning bolts or something out. Okay.
All I know is she can control light.
Daggers. Okay.
And turn it into solid objects and use it as weapons and shit. But anyways, it was weird because I couldn't tell if they're supposed to be Southern or not in the trailer, because it felt like Dagger had a Southern accent, then she just started to sound like a normal, okay, please forgive me when I say sound like a normal American, but just a person without any distinctive accent. I don't know, it's like it kept going in and out, because she says, my name's Tandy. Okay, not as bad as that, but she says, my name's Tandy, and his name was, she doesn't sound like that, but I can't tell. I only saw the trailer once. I'm a dumbass. I don't prepare for this podcast because I'm a fucking depressed motherfucker. Anyways, the show looks interesting. I'll wait for it to come out. It comes out 2018.
Yeah, same.
And now Marvel has The Runaways showing up on Hulu, but then they also have another show coming to Freeform. Let's see here. I forget what the hell it's called. Yeah, but New Warriors. Yeah, New Warriors. Yeah, so New Warriors is also going to be is going to be a half-hour action comedy with and Squirrel Girl is going to be in it. Everyone has been wanting Squirrel Girl to be a part of the Marvel universe, and now we're actually getting them. And the crickets speak loudly to everyone's interest. Because we know nothing. I didn't know jack shit about Cloak and Dagger, but now I saw a trailer, man. Yeah, I'll watch it. So once we get some trailers for New Warriors, I'll take a look at it. Not much else to add. Next up. Okay, so Marvel Studios opened its doors to the press on Monday, and Kevin Feige talked about some stuff.
Yeah, what'd they say?
And I'm reading here, and he said that Joss Whedon called Kevin Feige to talk about Batgirl. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna make a Batgirl movie for DC. Please don't murder me." And then he says we couldn't be more supportive. We want to see a Joss Whedon Batgirl film be awesome. And he said that Spider-Man will be in Avengers 4. And Marvel has no involvement in those Venom and Silver Sable and Black Cat movies. And he says that after Avengers 4, which will be after Infinity War, will be the Homecoming sequel, and Feige says that's as far as it goes for now for the deal. As far as it goes for now, which means Sony shouldn't be stupid and keep that Spider-Man in there. And next he says that Feige suggested James Gunn's relationship with Marvel could extend past Guardians 3, and he says, "I think James in particular has an amazing connection with these characters and with this cosmic world, so he, I think, could easily oversee additional stories beyond Volume 3, and I think has them and just continues to come up with them, which is cool. All of our core writers and filmmakers know what we are doing in other places and help give input on the various projects." And then he says that it's no problem with Josh Brolin playing Cable in Deadpool 2. He says, "We don't have anything written into our contracts about other roles that people can do." And he says, "I think Thanos and Cable are two very different characters." And then he says and then he talked about Deadpool and Logan, and he says, "My takeaway from both of those films is not the R rating, it's the risk they took, the chances they took, the creative boundaries that they pushed. That should be the takeaway for everyone." And Marvel isn't planning on doing an R-rated movie anytime soon. And yeah. So that's pretty much what he said.
Okay.
Do we have anything to say about that?
Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, kind of went through one ear and out the other for me. Just whatever. This sounds like this story is about like a phone conversation or something. Like
With Joss Whedon about Batgirl.
Well, I'm thinking this probably they probably did like some kind of interview or something.
Yeah. And he also said that they talked about the press got to see some footage from Black Panther, and they're treating it like they said to think of it like a James Bond movie, a world traveling movie. So I guess he might be like there to represent Wakanda throughout the world, which I think would be pretty damn cool. And next up, we got to see the Ant-Man and Wasp's new costumes for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, I'll click on this. It's in the video.
Yeah, it's not a video. Is it? No, it shouldn't be. I don't think it is. I didn't check on it, but it's in that article there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the... Wait. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I see Black Panther. I don't see the Wasp. Yeah, I'm a little indifferent to whatever we got left here.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Who the fuck is that? I don't know whose costume that's supposed to... Oh, for fuck's sake, that's Black Widow's costume. So, it's funny, they also showed the bathroom signs in Marvel Studios. The men shows a silhouette of Iron Man, and the women shows a silhouette of Black Widow. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, there really isn't much. And, okay, so the Captain Marvel directors got revealed also, and this is the first time since Civil War and The Winter Soldier that we're getting two directors on a Marvel movie. It's Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, and they directed a movie called Mississippi Grind, which is on Amazon Prime, and that's a gambling movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, wow.
So now, I always planning on watching it, but now that these people are going to be making Captain Marvel, now I have to see it to know what they're capable of.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much to talk about this week.
Well, something I brought up that was kind of like old news, apparently, but there's supposed to be a M. Night Shyamalan produced Tales from the Crypt reboot on TNT.
Yeah.
I think this news was like from the latest on it was like from February, but I think it's getting delayed.
Oh, okay. So they don't have like a premiere date or anything?
I really didn't investigate it. I just wanted to post that trailer and show you it, but this almost, I swear there's so much stuff to watch. I don't even know if I'd want... I mean, I kind of don't have faith in it because I think M. Night Shyamalan's kind of a hack.
Oh, you need to watch Split. He's back. Split was fucking incredible.
But also, the show used to be on freaking, HBO, and I know they could get away with, like, a lot of shit on...
Especially since TNT is basic cable. They can get away with shit there.
Okay, it's just, I guess what would be separating the original Tales from this would be, like, there wouldn't be seeing any bare-chested women occasionally or anything like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna tone some of the nudity down. Whatever. That's okay, I guess. So maybe it will be pretty good. Yeah. I really don't know. Tales from the Crypt.
He went from calling M. Night Shyamalan to a hack to, you know what, this might be good.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he has made like these like some really shitty movies.
Yeah.
Like historically bad, panned, criticized.
Like Lady in the Water. Oh my god, the monster's over there, even though it's coming from the other side.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I have such reverence for Tales from the Crypt because that show was like Twilight Zone, but it was God, I can't even remember if it was like a half hour or... Dude, I posted an episode in the chat here. It was a half-hour show.
Yeah, that's strange. I thought it would be an hour. But then again, wasn't Twilight Zone in the 60s? Wasn't that 30 minutes too?
That was a half hour too.
Okay.
Also, so yeah, some of my favorite format shows, kind of like Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt, Are You Afraid of the Dark. Really love those shows.
Uh-huh.
They're all kind of like these half-hour there were hardly ever any episodes that were connected to the other ones,
Yeah.
So it was
And
Very
so far, I was watching. I don't remember. I was watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which was that format like a Twilight Zone, but Alfred Hitchcock would show up at the beginning and end to introduce it.
I think I've at least seen one of those.
Yeah.
There was also another show, I think it was on in the 70s, called The Night Gallery,
Huh.
which one of the Simpson Halloween specials, I think it was the one where Mr. Burns was a vampire, and there was like a gremlin on the bus.
Uh-huh.
The beginning of every cartoon in that year's Treehouse of Horror, it was like Bart was wearing a suit and he was walking from painting to painting,
Huh.
and like pointing out like he was introducing the next cartoon that way.
I
think
see.
it was also the one where Flanders was the devil, and
Huh.
like Homer like wished for a donut,
Yeah.
and it was like he sold his soul for a donut.
Oh, yeah, I think I barely remember. Yeah, I sort of
Those
remember
were the three cartoons in that Treehouse of Horror. I think it was the Gremlin on the bus, Mr. Burns is a vampire, and Sell Your Soul for a Donut. That was that one.
Jesus H. Christ, look at how yellow my teeth are. Looks like fucking lemons. Okay. Oh, and by the way, not a sponsor. I wish they were a sponsor so I could get some fucking money in my life, but
Got
these
some
are pretty
fresh white strips.
these are pretty cool. Wonder Woman cans for the movie for Dr. Pepper, and you got Wonder Woman right there. So, as you can tell, that's the end of the fucking podcast. So, Edward, you
Somehow we dragged this out for
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Edward, people can find you right here on this podcast
Yes.
because this is the only
Absolutely.
time he makes his presence on the internet. And of course, you
Yeah.
can follow Mo on Twitter. Is your Twitter at MoSlim3?
Yeah.
Okay, just like it's written down there.
Yeah.
And MoSlim3 is also his YouTube channel. And of course, you are already right here on my YouTube channel, Mr. Gaming Guitarist. So please, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on future videos from me. And of course, I'm also on Twitter at Gaming Guitarist, Facebook, Official Gaming Guitarist, Twitch, Mr. Gaming Guitarist. My Patreon is also
Basically
Mr. Gaming
everywhere.
Guitarist. And I don't know why I'm saying that because everything's all in the description. You can find that stuff there. Anyways, I hope that we can get a full crew next week.
Dude, last week there were so many people there because they just wanted to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
They had to vent talking about Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's it for this week.
Yep. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.